Hello guys, I'm Kenneth Hao Chen. Welcome to my Capstone to Midterm presentations. So I will go through where I am right now and also a short recap for you guys about my Capstone project. So first of all, let me do a little bit recap for you guys. So my midterm project is mainly about VR fashion. So I'm creating a VR fashion show for the audience and also to help one of the designers from a Parson school to convey and express their design. So the reason why I did this project because first of all, for the fashion industries, it is an innovation for the conventional fashion show because it is an immersive and interactive VR experience for the fashion show. And also, I did this project because I want to explore the possibility of using VR as a means of communication to make the fashion show more accessible to the designer because they are usually hard to make a show. And also, I also did this project for the audience, especially in the context of COVID-19. So using VR can bring the fashion show to a larger audience, so bring the accessibility also to the audience. And last but not least, I also did this project for the environment because the traditional runway fashion show is not sustainable and it costs a lot of money. So develop a sustainable, economic friendly, and also environmental friendly digital fashion show is one of my most the biggest pursuit of my capstone project. So let me go through the concept and the narrative for you guys. So the project concept is raised by me and my partner from Parsons Schools. So it's basically a discussion about self and love in digital world. So in the digital age, a homogenized age in which fashion can be cloned, choices can be copied, and love is equally elusive. So we raised the open question for the audience. So in the virtual world, what is the digital personality behind your avatar? And also what is the love in the digital world? And the narrative should be an unconventional fashion show in VR, which means that the people can go through the fashion show with first perspective at their own pace and also having the freedom to walk around and put on the garments to try the clothes on their own bodies and see the details of each clothes. So let me introduce the collaboration with my partner. My partner, Dana, comes from New School Parsons School of Design. She majored in fashion design and also doing her thesis project right now. So she comes from a cultural background of Korean and Egyptians. So it's really important for me as well to really cooperate with a real fashion designer because I'm trying to prove that VR can be a way to help the fashion designer express their work. So the collaboration is necessary for me and on my project as well. So let me dive into the project first. On the user flow and the user experience. So if I describe the whole experience within one sentence, I will say follow Dana. So the Dana is the virtual avatar of the fashion designers. So she plays a role in the virtual experience of leading, guiding the audience to walk through the whole experience and the whole fashion collections. So there are 4 scenes in my projects. I will go through them one by one for you guys. So firstly, the first scene, I call it as reality T-stage scene. It is a metaphor for a fashion show to give a hint to the audience that this project is mainly about fashion. And also it's a metaphor for the transition from the reality to the virtual world. We want to invite the audience into the discussion about the digital world and the digital fashions. So basically the user experience in this scene is that the principal experience is the audience should follow Dana to chase Dana, and also the audience will be guided by this white glowing particle instruction. So the audience should walk in this direction, And during the whole process, the audience can see the models, which is the audience in traditional fashion show. They can see the audience with some idle animation at two sides. And this is basically making a sense of like reality, real fashion show experience for the audience. So after crossing the white glowing door in the scene one, we transit to scene two, which I call it as digital clone space, which means that the people, the users can clone and choosing the garments in the scene to put on the garment on their own bodies and try on the garments themselves. So the principal user experience is also follow and chasing Dana um, across the whole project experience, I would say. And also the audience should also walk in this direction on the stage. For the cloning function, the audience, the user can use the recast and cloning function to copy the clothes around them to really see how it looks like on their body. And when the user audience reach to a certain position, the space is going to transit to a completely black space, which I conclude as my scene three, is a runway model walking towards the audience. And still, the audience should follow Dana to chase Dana to walk through the space. And meanwhile, at the same time, there are some models with the whole look walking towards the audience so that the audience can view and enjoy, see the details of each look and each garment from a different perspective. Because in the last scene, the user can be able to see the clothes from their own perspective, like on their own bodies. But in these scenes, they can see clothes on others' bodies, and then it can implement the whole experience. And the interesting interaction at this scene is that when the user and audience come closer to the avatar, the voiceover and the text will be triggered. We use it as a way to help the designer to communicate with the audience immediately. So the text, the storytelling and the voiceover is all written by the fashion designers. We see it as immediate direct communication happen between the fashion designers and also the audience. So last but not least, when the user, the audience cross the white glowing door again, they will reach to mirror scenes, which we use it as artistic expression purpose. So the mirror will show users avatar, the last avatar and the models they clone, the last clone. So the user can really see how they look like in the digital world. We want to voice out about see yourself in the mirror and drive the user audience to think about what they really are in the digital world. And after 5 seconds of the showing the last avatar, the mirror will become a screen to play a video of the whole collections. So we want to help just help and guide the user audience to go through the whole fashion collections. So this is the final scene, and this is basically the whole project experience. So let me move on to the material we're working on. So I work on a lot of contents. For example, the avatars and the garments is the collaboration that I work with the fashion designers. And I also do some visual design, scene build, and also try different visual effect, for example, the volumetric light and also the particle systems. And a lot of code. The screenshot of the code at the right side is basically the most important function in my project, the recast cloning functions, but it's still on the development. And I also do a body rigging and animation part, which is shown at the left bottom side, but I won't use it. I won't use this model. It's just a testing purpose. So this is basically the materials I cover in my project. For the time management, I divided my April into two parts. So before the mid-April, it will be more like a technical takeover. So I will basically fix all the techno function, for example, the cloning, recasting cloning function, and also the body rigging things before mid of April. And then after that, I will spend some time polishing the environment to make the visual more aesthetically beautiful for the audience. And for the exhibition sketches, I would imagine a black space as my scene one shown to the audience. So I want to use a black space to invite the audience or creating a sense of feeling for the audience before they enter the virtual world. And then there will be a viewer headset in the middle. So there will be, I will be the guide to lead the users to put on the headset and start the experience. So I won't spend too much effort and time to polishing, I think, the exhibition sketch and or for the physical installation because of the limitation of the materials and also the space. So this is basically what I have for the final. So thank you so much. This is pretty much my midterm presentation and very happy to hear from you guys.